Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash here. NFL playoffs are finally here. Click that like, hit subscribe. You can go to our website, breaktheboardsports.com. $1.10 to get all of our plays. Listen, don't be emotional coming off the college football playoff, whether you won or whether you lost. Be extremely smart going into today. Don't get too hyped up. If you lost money, right? Like I won the Miami game, I lost the Oregon Indiana game. Had a bad take on that. Don't try to make up what you lost yesterday. The other thing is you don't have to bet every NFL game, right? Trying to pick all these games straight is just not going to help you out. Find one or two that you can go to sleep with, even three, right? So, like me, uh, there's some 10-point teasers I really like. Rams pick with 49ers plus 16 with Steelers plus 13. I really like that. I bet that. The Chargers plus 3.5. I took them, right? So, again, just kind of try to keep yourself where you need to be in this. The other part of it is there's a lot of other stuff going on. So, you got NHL, you got college basketball, you got the NBA. It's really hard. You would have to sit down for freaking 20 hours a day, and you can't do that because you're tapped on time to try to go through and handicap each and every one of these things. And so it just gets really tough. And so going forward, you have to look at, okay, if I want to be a great handicapper, let me pick one lane and stay in it. And then the rest, I either got to lean on advice. And if you're going to lean on advice or use handicappers or whatever, you got to track their plays, right? So this goes back to what I said starting the year 2026. You have to have a tracker. You have to track everything you do. That way you see it, you know what trends you are, and you know how to stay aligned to be able to turn a profit. The other thing is you got to take emotion out of this, right? You can't be on the phone all day. You got family, you got other stuff. Stay dialed in to what you're trying to do, right? And just don't have your phone. It's such easy access. We got these things nowadays. And so we just think, we can just fire off another one and fire off another one. You can't give that power back to the books. You put your bets in and you let it lay. If you want to put the first half of the day college basketball in and wait on the second half, then by all means, fine. If you got an early play on the Bruins Rangers, and then you got a hockey game later at night, you like, that's fine. But again, discipline, having a very positive mindset. Discipline's the most important thing. Don't go playing a bunch of games today. And then your mindset. Listen, you can't get back what you've lost this week. And you also don't want to be on tilt to where you cause yourself not to be able to bet the NFL playoffs next weekend because you lost, whether you're $100, you're lost $500. If you're $1,000 player, you lost 5, 6, 7, 8,000 this weekend. Because the worst thing we can do is try to chase. Chasing gets you in a ton of trouble. You don't want to do that. You got to, again, I can't stress this enough. The two most important things, there's a lot of people that can pick winners. Picking winners typically isn't people's problem. It's discipline, and it's not being emotional, and it's not being an action junkie, right? You don't have to bet 30 games to turn a profit. If you bet 30 games, there's more chance that you're going to lose there. So again, mindset, discipline, don't be an action junkie. The other thing is, where can you find the edge? What do the books need, right? I had somebody make a comment, and I understand their position. Do you think the books are really going to tell you what they need? They don't care because us as humans, we always think we're right. Right. So you could have somebody, they work 60 hours a week. Come Saturday, all of a sudden they're an expert in NFL or college football because that's all they do on Saturday or Sunday because they're gassed from working a tough job all week long, and their mind is just so all they dive into to get away from their work week and get away from the stress of life is they dive into football. And because when I say dive in it, they watch every game. They're not handicapping it. They're just watching what their eyes see. If your eyes were always correct, you wouldn't have to go work that job on Monday. Everybody be a professional handicapper, betting a dime a game across the board. So again, don't be emotional and don't just go off. If your first gut instinct is this, look at it and say, okay, where's everybody else at on it? And that doesn't always work out, but a good example is this San Francisco Philly line. It keeps going and going, and people keep betting Philly and betting Philly. I understand what we saw last week with San Francisco and Seattle, but that Eagles defense, as good as it is not that Seattle defense. They are not the same, right? And also you have a division rivalry now. If the 49ers got Williams back and Pearsall back. That changes things dramatically. And again, Vic Fangio traditionally has owned Kyle Shanahan. I understand that, but there gets to a point of, 6.5. It gets a little dicey. The other thing is all the money was on the Packers earlier in the week. Wouldn't you know, we get here Saturday morning and everybody's on the Bears. Who bets late? The public. Who bets early? The sharps, right? You look at the Packers. How could the Packers be favored even by a point when they've lost 4 in a row? Again, I'm not saying take the Packers, but just those are things you have to stop. Take a pause and be like, man, what's going on? And then in college hoops, biggest 2 pieces of advice I can give you. Don't bet road teams. And if you're going to bet road teams, don't lay points on the road. Again, I say this all the time. College basketball has the greatest advantage in these small arenas and all. You can't lay points on the road in college basketball. RJ Cash, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Please be disciplined. Do not be reckless. You can make money this weekend if you just stick to your betting strategy. Remember, mindset, discipline, don't be an action junkie, and pause and think and dive into the line. God bless and happy handicapping.